Important alert. A mysterious lawyer is asking questions about you. They want to know where you go, when you go, and who you're with. My beloved child, stop everything and listen with your entire heart, for this is not a moment to overlook or set aside. This is a divine message, sent straight from the heavens, crafted for you and you alone. The angels are stirring, their wings brushing against the unseen forces moving quietly around you, and I am speaking now under their guidance with a love that carries the weight of eternity and an urgency that demands your immediate attention. Something is unfolding in the shadows, something you haven't yet seen, but heaven has uncovered it. The angels have been pressing against the darkness to bring this truth into the light, and right now, this very moment, is when you must hear it. These questions from the mysterious lawyer are not casual or innocent. They're not born of passing curiosity or friendly interest. They're sharp, deliberate, like pieces of a puzzle being carefully placed to map out every corner of your life, every step you take, every place you visit, every person you hold dear. The angels are sounding a clear and urgent alarm. This is serious, and you cannot push it aside or think it's meant for someone else. You might feel a quiet stirring in your spirit, a subtle unease, as if something's not quite right, like a whisper you can't fully grasp. That's not your imagination playing tricks. That's heaven calling you to wake up, to be alert before this unfolds further, to stand ready in the face of what's being planned in secret. This lawyer isn't acting alone. Someone has sent them, guided them to probe into your life with purpose and precision. This isn't a random encounter or a twist of fate. There's someone behind them, someone who's been watching you, tracking your steps, holding on to details you might not even recall sharing, maybe a conversation from months ago, a moment you thought was private, a place you visited without a second thought. The angels have seen it all, their whispered plans in dimly lit rooms, their secret conversations over hushed phone calls, the way they've been collecting fragments of your life like threads to weave into a trap. But here's the unshakable truth: heaven is already ahead of them. The angels are guarding you, shielding you, ensuring you're not caught unaware. This message is your divine armor, your warning, your moment to step into wisdom and discernment. The person pulling the strings isn't a stranger to you. You've crossed paths before, perhaps in a moment so brief you've forgotten it, a conversation at a gathering, a passing glance in a crowded place, a name you barely registered in a fleeting interaction. But they haven't forgotten you. They've clung to memories, where you were, what you said, who you were with, and they're feeding these details to the lawyer, guiding their questions with a precision that's almost unsettling. The angels reveal that this person's intentions aren't rooted in kindness or care. They're not asking about you out of concern or goodwill. They're building something, a plan, a case, a way to draw you into a situation you didn't see coming, a web designed to entangle you before you even know it's there. But God declares, "Not on my watch." The heavens are moving to protect you, to keep you safe from what's being crafted in the shadows, to ensure that no trap can hold what He has set free. Why do they care where you go? They're trying to chart your movements, to know the places you feel safe, the routines you follow without thinking, the coffee shop you visit every morning, the park where you walk to clear your mind, the quiet moments you spend alone in your favorite spot. Why do they want to know when you go? They're searching for patterns, moments when you're alone, times when you might be vulnerable, when your guard is down, when you're not expecting anyone to be watching. And who you're with? That's the question burning in their minds most fiercely. They want to know who's in your circle, who you trust, who you turn to in quiet moments, your friends, your family, your confidants, the people who know your heart. They're looking for a way in, a weak spot they can exploit to get closer, to learn more, to twist something against you. But the angels are clear: no one can touch what God has covered. You're surrounded by a light that no darkness can pierce, a shield that no scheme can break. You might be asking, why me? Why now? The answer is profound and powerful: you carry something extraordinary. There's a blessing, a purpose, a breakthrough tied to your life, and it's so close to unfolding that the enemy can feel its weight. They sense the power of what God's placed in you, a destiny that's about to shine brighter than ever, a calling that's about to change not just your life but the lives of those around you, and they're scrambling to stop it before it fully manifests. They see the light of your future growing stronger, and they're trying to cast shadows to dim it, to delay it, to derail it. But God's promise is mightier than any plan: no weapon formed against you will prosper. They may try to form it, craft it, aim it, but heaven will dismantle it before it can touch you. The angels are already at work, unraveling the threads of their schemes, scattering their plans like dust in the wind. This lawyer is careful, polished, professional in every way. They know how to ask questions without raising suspicion. They smile warmly, speak softly, make their inquiries feel like harmless conversation, perhaps a polite chat at an event, a casual question slipped into a phone call, a friendly email that seems routine but probes just a little too deep. But the angels see beyond their mask, and their heart isn't as innocent as their words. They're gathering pieces of your life, bit by bit, like a puzzle they hope to complete, a puzzle they think will give them power over you. Maybe they're looking for a moment to confront you unexpectedly, catching you off guard in a place you least expect, like a quiet corner of your daily routine. Maybe they're preparing something to twist your story, to paint you in a light that's not true, to use your own words or actions against you. Whatever their aim, heaven is already unraveling their plans. God says, I've seen their moves before they made them, and I'm turning it for your good. What should you do? First, don't let fear take root. The enemy wants you to feel exposed, to question yourself, to wonder who's watching, who's talking, who's plotting. But you're not alone in this. The angels are with you, their wings forming a shield no plan can penetrate, their presence a fortress around your life. Pray. Pray with focus, with faith, with the certainty that God hears every word you speak. Ask Him to cover you, to hide you from those who don't wish you well. Ask for discernment to know what to say and what to keep close to your heart. Be mindful of your words, even with those you trust most. Sometimes, the enemy uses familiar faces to gather information, not because those people are against you, but because they might not see the full picture, might not realize they're being used as a bridge to reach you. Guard your conversations, your plans, your spirit, like a treasure that belongs to God alone. The angels are urging you to trust those small nudges you've been feeling. Maybe you've changed your routine without knowing why, taken a different route home, delayed a trip by a few minutes, or hesitated before sharing a detail with someone. Maybe you felt uneasy about a conversation, noticed someone lingering a little too long, or sensed a question that felt too pointed, too out of place. Those aren't coincidences. That's divine protection at work, the angels guiding your steps to keep you out of reach, to keep you one move ahead of those who seek to track you. In the days ahead, you might notice more: someone asking questions that feel too personal, an email that seems out of place, a stranger's glance that lingers just a moment too long. Don't dismiss it. Notice it, pray over it, and move with care. God's covering you, but He's also calling you to walk in wisdom, to be as shrewd as a serpent and as gentle as a dove. God's promise is unshakable: nothing will harm you. The lawyer's questions will hit a dead end, like waves crashing against a rock. The plans behind them will collapse, crumbling under the weight of heaven's intervention. The angels are keeping a record of every move made against you, every question asked, every whisper spoken, every step taken in secret. And when the time is right, the truth will come to light. You'll see why this was happening, who was behind it, and how God turned it into a victory for you. There's a moment coming, maybe soon, maybe in a conversation you least expect, when someone will slip, reveal more than they meant to, and you'll know heaven warned you first. You'll look back on this message and see it as the moment God prepared you, armed you with truth, and set you on a path to triumph. This isn't just about protection, it's about preparation. God's readying you for something greater, something the enemy can't stop, no matter how hard they try. Their focus on you is proof you're carrying something valuable, a purpose, a blessing, a breakthrough they can't touch. It's a sign that you're on the verge of stepping into a new season, one that will shift the course of your life in ways you can't yet imagine. So walk with confidence, but walk with wisdom. Keep your spirit strong, your prayers steady, and your trust in God unwavering. The angels are closer than you realize, their light surrounding you, their swords drawn to guard your path, their voices whispering, "You are safe, but stay alert." You might feel alone in this, but you're far from it. Heaven is alive with activity over your life. Every time your name is mentioned in secret, an angel stands in the way, blocking the flow of harmful intent. Every time a plan is whispered, God scatters it like leaves in the wind. You're safe, not because of your own strength, but because the Almighty has declared, "This is my child, and no one touches what's mine." The lawyer may keep asking, the person behind them may keep plotting, but their efforts will come to nothing. God's already writing the end of this story, and it's one where you emerge stronger, wiser, and blessed beyond measure. Take this seriously, my child. Don't let distractions cloud your focus. Don't let familiar voices convince you everything's fine when your spirit senses otherwise. The enemy is subtle, using smiles and soft words to mask their intentions, but heaven is wiser. Pray for those around you, especially anyone who might be approached about you. They may not realize they're being used as a pawn in someone else's game, but your prayers can strengthen them to stay silent, to resist the pressure to share what's not theirs to give. This is a season of discernment, of staying close to God, of listening to His voice above all others. The angels are urging you to be alert, not afraid, to be wise, not worried, to trust God completely, knowing He's already fighting for you in places you can't see. The lawyer's questions won't stop today, but your awareness begins now. Guard your steps, your words, your spirit. Be mindful of where you go, who who you talk to, what you share, even the smallest details, like where you'll be tomorrow or who you're meeting for coffee. The angels are with you, whispering, "Keep moving forward." The enemy may try, but they will fail. God's got you covered, and He's turning this moment into a testimony of His faithfulness. Stay close to Him, pray without ceasing, and watch how He makes a way where there seems to be none. You're not just protected, you're positioned for a breakthrough that will leave the enemy stunned and you standing in awe of God's power. This message is for you, right now, because heaven has aligned this moment to reach you. The mysterious lawyer may be asking questions, but God is giving answers. He's revealing what's hidden, not to scare you, but to strengthen you. You're walking in a season where the enemy's plans are being exposed, and God's promises are being fulfilled. The lawyer's inquiries are just a sign that something greater is coming, something God has prepared for you, something no one can steal, no matter how many questions they ask or how many plans they make. In the days ahead, you might notice subtle signs, a stranger's glance that lingers too long, a question that feels too pointed, a conversation that doesn't sit right in your spirit. Don't ignore those moments. Bring them to God in prayer. Ask Him to show you what's true, who's trustworthy, and what to do next. The angels are guiding you, adjusting your steps, keeping you safe even when you don't see the danger. You might feel a sudden urge to change your plans, to avoid a certain place, to hold back a detail in a conversation. Trust those instincts, they're heaven's way of keeping you one step ahead, of ensuring you stay out of reach. The person behind this lawyer has their own motives, their own fears driving them. Maybe they're afraid of what you're becoming, of the doors God's opening for you, of the light you're about to shine. Maybe they see your potential and want to control it, dim it, or claim it for themselves. Maybe they're driven by envy, by a desire to hold you back, to keep you from stepping into the fullness of what God has for you. But God says, "What I've given you is yours, and no one can take it." The lawyer's questions are their attempt to find a crack, a weakness, a way to disrupt your path. But heaven's already sealed those cracks. The angels are standing guard, their presence a wall of light around you, their vigilance unwavering. You might wonder how long this will go on, how long you'll need to stay vigilant. The angels say it's not forever, just for this season. God's timing is perfect, and He's using this moment to sharpen your spirit, to teach you discernment, to draw you closer to Him than ever before. Every prayer you pray, every step you take in faith, is building a foundation for what's coming, a foundation so strong that no scheme can shake it, no plan can topple it. The enemy's plans are temporary, fleeting, like shadows that disappear in the light. But God's promises are eternal, unshakable, forever. For now, your assignment is simple but powerful: stay close to God. Speak His promises over your life every morning and night. Declare that no weapon formed against you will prosper, that you are hidden in the shadow of His wings, that His angels surround you. Pray for protection, for wisdom, for peace that surpasses understanding. Ask Him to cover your movements, to guard your conversations, to shield your heart from those who seek to misuse it. The angels are with you, their swords drawn, their eyes watching every move made against you. They're saying, "You're safe, but stay alert. You're loved, but stay wise. You're covered, but stay prayerful." There's a moment coming when the pieces will fall into place. You'll hear something, a slip of the tongue, a conversation that reveals too much, a truth that comes to light unexpectedly, and you'll know this message was true. You'll see who was behind it, why they sent the lawyer, and how God protected you every step of the way. Maybe it'll be a casual remark from a friend who didn't realize they were being probed, or a document that surfaces with your name on it, or a conversation overheard in a place you weren't meant to be. When that moment comes, you'll stand in awe, knowing heaven warned you, guided you, and brought you through. The lawyer's questions will become a mere footnote in a story of God's faithfulness, a testimony of how He turned a hidden threat into a visible victory, a stepping stone into a season of breakthrough. My child, you're not just a bystander in this. You're chosen, marked by God for a purpose that's unfolding even now. The enemy's attention is proof of your significance, a sign that you're on the verge of something they can't stop, a blessing, a calling, a destiny that will change your life and touch the lives of others. They may try to track you, to question you, to build a case against you, but they're no match for the God who holds you in His hands. So hold fast to your faith. Keep your eyes fixed on God. Let His peace anchor you, His wisdom guide you, and His love surround you. The mysterious lawyer may keep asking, but their questions will lead them nowhere. God's already written the end of this story, and it's one where you rise, shine, and walk into the fullness of His promises. This is a season of spiritual sharpness. The angels are urging you to pay attention to the details, the people who ask too much, the places that feel off, the moments that make your spirit pause. Don't let the busyness of life drown out these warnings. Don't let the comfort of routine make you think everything's fine when your heart says otherwise. Pray for those around you, for the ones who might be approached without knowing why. Your prayers can strengthen them, can close the doors the enemy tries to open, can keep them from speaking what's not meant to be shared. This is a time to lean into God's presence, to seek His voice in the quiet moments, to trust His guidance in every decision. The lawyer's questions are just the surface of a deeper battle, one that's being fought in the spiritual realm. But you're not defenseless. You're armed with the power of prayer, the strength of faith, and the protection of heaven's angels. Every time you pray, you're pushing back the darkness. Every time you trust God, you're building a wall the enemy can't climb. Every time you choose wisdom over fear, you're stepping closer to the breakthrough God has promised. The lawyer may be persistent, but God is unstoppable. The person behind them may be cunning, but God is all-knowing. Their plans may be hidden, but God's truth is all-revealing. You might feel a heaviness in this moment, a sense that the weight of this message is too much to carry. But God says, "Cast your cares on me, for I care for you." You don't have to face this alone. The angels are surrounding you, their light brighter than any shadow, their strength greater than any scheme. They're watching the lawyer's every move, listening to every question, standing guard over every detail of your life. They're whispering to you, keep going. Keep trusting. Keep praying. And God is saying, I've got this. I've got you. In the coming days, you might notice patterns, people who seem too curious, questions that feel out of place, moments that make you pause. Don't brush them off as nothing. Take them to God. Ask Him to show you what's behind them, to guide your response, to protect your path. You might feel led to change your habits, to be more private, to share less even with those you love. Trust those promptings. They're not random, they're divine instructions, heaven's way of keeping you safe. The angels are adjusting your steps, redirecting your path, ensuring you stay out of the enemy's reach. The person behind the lawyer has their own reasons, their own fears driving them. Maybe they're intimidated by what you're becoming, by the doors God's opening for you, by the light you're destined to shine. Maybe they're driven by jealousy, by a desire to hold you back, to keep you from stepping into the fullness of what God has planned. But God says, "What I've given you is yours, and no one can take it." The lawyer's questions are their attempt to find a crack, a weakness, a way to disrupt your path. But heaven's already sealed those cracks. The angels are standing guard, their presence a wall of light around you, their vigilance unwavering. You might wonder how long this season will last, how long you'll need to stay vigilant. The angels say it's not forever, just for now. God's timing is perfect, and He's using this moment to refine you, to teach you discernment, to draw you closer to Him than ever before. Every prayer you pray, every step you take in faith, is building a foundation for what's coming, a foundation so strong that no scheme can shake it, no plan can topple it. The enemy's plans are temporary, fleeting, like shadows that disappear in the light. But God's promises are eternal, unshakable, forever. For now, your assignment is simple but powerful: stay close to God. Speak His promises over your life every morning and night, declare that no weapon formed against you will prosper, that you are hidden in the shadow of His wings, that His angels surround you. Pray for protection, for wisdom, for peace that surpasses understanding. Ask Him to cover your movements, to guard your conversations, to shield your heart from those who seek to misuse it. The angels are with you, their swords drawn, their eyes watching every move made against you. They're saying, "You're safe, but stay alert. You're loved, but stay wise. You're covered, but stay prayerful." There's a moment coming when the pieces will fall into place. You'll hear something, a slip of the tongue, a conversation that reveals too much, a truth that comes to light unexpectedly, and you'll know this message was true. You'll see who was behind it, why they sent the lawyer, and how God protected you every step of the way. Maybe it'll be a casual remark from a friend who didn't realize they were being probed, or a document that surfaces with your name on it, or a conversation overheard in a place you weren't meant to be. When that moment comes, you'll stand in awe, knowing heaven warned you, guided you, and brought you through. The lawyer's questions will become a mere footnote in a story of God's faithfulness, a testimony of how He turned a hidden threat into a visible victory, a stepping stone into a season of breakthrough. My child, you're not just a bystander in this. You're chosen, marked by God for a purpose that's unfolding even now. The enemy's attention is proof of your significance, a sign that you're on the verge of something they can't stop, a blessing, a calling, a destiny that will change your life and touch the lives of others. They may try to track you, to question you, to build a case against you, but they're no match for the God who holds you in His hands. So hold fast to your faith. Keep your eyes fixed on God. Let His peace anchor you, His wisdom guide you, and His love surround you. The mysterious lawyer may keep asking, but their questions will lead them nowhere. God's already written the end of this story, and it's one where you rise, shine, and walk into the fullness of His promises. If this message has touched your heart, like, share, and comment below to spread this divine word to others who need to hear it. Subscribe to stay connected for more messages straight from heaven, and if you feel led to support this ministry, you can give a super thanks up to $50 to help us keep sharing God's truth with the world. Type Amen in the comments if you believe in God's protection, and keep walking in faith, knowing you're covered by His mighty hand. Stay strong, stay prayerful, and watch how God turns this moment into a testimony of His unending love and power.